everyone. In today's video, we are going to take a closer look at Cottleville, the fastest growing city in Missouri, and all that it has to offer. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If you want to know all that there is about living, eating, playing in St. Louis, Missouri, subscribe to the channel and go ahead and click the bell button to receive notifications. I'm Ashleigh.
And I'm Dan. Whether you're looking to buy a house in 9 days or 90 days, we're here for you with St. Louis Living, and we're a part of the Narrative Real Estate Group.
All right, so Cottleville, Missouri, let's get started. So Cottleville is located almost centrally in St. Charles County, and so it's approximately 30 minutes from downtown St. Louis. The Highway 364 expansion, which was completed, I guess, almost 10 years ago now, really made it much more accessible with more direct routes to Highway 40, Highway 270, et cetera, to get you to downtown. Now, more locally, to Cottleville, you sit also kind of between two major areas of Mid-Rivers Mall Drive and Highway K, both of which have a lot of your shopping and dining and things of those nature. So kind of sitting right in the middle there. Cottleville itself is actually only 4.7 square miles. So it is by far one of the smallest cities in St. Charles County.
Yeah, and you can see on the map, I zoomed in for us just a little bit ago, but you can see it's a fairly small area.
Yes, yeah. It does have quite a bit packed into the area. One of the interesting things with Cottleville that I find so funny is for how small it is actually served different portions of it by both the Francis Howell and the Fort Zumwalt School District. Now, both of which are top rated in Missouri. But fantastic school districts, but interesting that you have two.
Yes.
And then now, although it is only 4.7 square miles, we mentioned it is the fastest growing city in Missouri. So with a population of just under 5,700, that is an over 80% increase from 2010.
Yes.
So we kind of talked about that page extension was completed just over 10 years ago. A lot of that growth kind of started starting in 2003 when they passed legislation to kind of try and regenerate the downtown area of Cottleville here. So
which I say we're going to spend some time talking about that today too.
Yes, yeah. So one great example of those efforts is it's called Public Schoolhouse, which actually took the city's first one-room schoolhouse built in 1875, I believe. And has turned that into an event venue. They also do a lot of like seasonal themed pop-up bars. So super decorated, very festive, has really turned that into a Cottleville attraction.
Yes, for sure. It's a great area.
It is. And now the same group that did that is actually currently working on another project, which I think Dan had some more information on.
So let me pull this up here. They're working on what's called the Oak Street Inn and Lounge. It is not actually open yet. They hope to have it open by 2024. It's going to push into 2025 now. But the cool thing is they took this old historic building. It was built in 1862, as you can see here, and they have turned it into what's going to be an inn and a lounge with this speakeasy, which I am super excited about. They're going to have a cafe on it. It's going to have that underground bar. And right now, as you can see, this is actually what it looks like as of October. But if you walk out to it right now, it looks fairly similar to this. So they put over $1 million into it. It's probably the most exciting thing that's coming to Cottleville at this point.
Yes.
The other one is already open, which we're going to talk about in just a moment.
Yes. I'm ready for it to open for the season.
Yes, me too. Well, I think they kind of take all of their things seriously. Like they take St. Patty's Day is a really big deal. Halloween's a really big deal. They like to party. Let's just be honest. Cottleville likes to party, and they like to do it as a community.
They do. And so I think they're really, starting to compete even with like the downtown parades. I think these are a bit more, they're just as great. I think they're a bit more family friendly at times. Also for a lot of the people in especially further western parts of St. Charles County, or even certain areas of St. Louis County who don't want to make the trek downtown. This is a bit more local feel. one of the things that you'll see not only on parade days, but also just on any sunny Tuesday,
Yes.
is golf cars roaming the streets of
Yes.
Cottleville.
Yes.
So it's one of the only areas, again, due to those revitalization efforts to get people more into the downtown area, where golf cars are allowed on public roads. And so a lot of the local eateries as well, they'll have the golf car reserved parking.
They do.
So this definitely a golf car community that it caters to here.
Yes, for sure.
So you will also see with things, again, with all those efforts, Cottleville, like you said, they like to party, they like to be cool. So you'll see on social media a lot of hashtags of keep Cottleville cool, or we love Cottleville, Cottleville, Missouri. So it really has a lot of local flair.
It does.
To it.
It does.
So we'll take a look on the map here, a couple of the, just again, in this small area, the local eateries. So you have some places like Stone Soup Cottage, which is farm to table food, fantastic. BMO's, Upshot Coffee, a local coffee house, great place to sit and do some work or have a meeting. And then one of the main attractions, which is actually right across the street, we haven't even mentioned, our office is located here, right in the heart of Cottleville, partially why we love it so much. And right across the street from our office is Frankie Martins' garden, which I believe Dan also has a bit more information on.
Yeah, so Frankie Martins is right here. And Frankie Martins is this really cool development that they did. And they have a couple different parts of it. So we'll start with just talking about what Frankie Martins actually is. So there's a place called 9 Mile Garden that is not in this area, but the company that did it is a food truck area. And they wanted to make this big area where families could come, they could have a movie screen playing, and they would just get people back together in the outdoor areas, be able to have really good food. And with the big food truck movement across the US, they wanted to give a place for these award-winning food trucks to come and be able to have people already there. So they developed this place called Frankie Martins' Garden. Now, Frankie Martin, he was a guy that was born in 1945, very big local guy that gave a lot. He gave to this community. They said that he gave more than anyone else. He became very well known. And so because he did so much for the community, they wanted to give back to him and his family and develop this place and name it after him. So that's where the name came from. I'll give you a little bit more about like what all is here. So they have this, oops, sorry guys. They have the garden, and the garden is an area that has a beer pavilion. It's a huge beer pavilion that is 3 seasons. So they can close it off when it's cold outside. Mm-hmm. They can open it completely up for when it's nice and warm outside with fans. They have a bunch of fire pits, one of my favorite things. And of course, the big open new thing, the pickleball courts. So on any weeknight, you're going to see it's a very hopping area. On Fridays and Saturdays, it is packed. The place is really, really busy. The house, which is probably my favorite thing, is a home to over 200 different whiskeys. They do a bunch of curated drinks. They took the old house that was over there and just redid it so that it became as a nice, cozy place to go and have a great cocktail. But you can get a variety of different types of whiskeys that are there. So yeah, so that's Frankie Martins.
Yes. And we will have, when we do our video walkthrough of Cottleville, we're definitely going to stop by Frankie Martins. So we'll have some more kind of live footage for you all to see that. It's a really, really spectacular place for family get-togethers, when the weather's nice, have some drinks, have some food, let the kids run around and play. They have live music sometimes, or the local sporting events on the large screen.
I was going to say, I almost forgot. They always have the Cardinals game up. They'll have the soccer games up. So any local sports events can be on the really big screen out there. And the greenery out there is actually artificial grass. Right. So when it rains, you don't have to worry about it being muddy. It's a really great place to bring your kids.
Yes, fantastic. So let's jump in a little bit to the real estate in the Cottleville area. Perfect. So Dan, while he gets these pulled up, so currently the median home value in Cottleville is right around $350,000. Now your mean or your average is higher than that, just because there are a larger number of homes in the higher end price point. So therefore our average is higher. Though there are, because there are a couple subdivisions that have some either older or smaller homes, you are able to get into Cottleville at about that, you know, 350
Yeah.
price point. So we're going to take a look. Here's this first one that was, Dan's going to show you a typical 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,300 approximate square foot ranch, single family home that sold just fall of 2023, we believe, just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I'll just kind of take you really quickly through this, just so you can kind of see what 350,000 will buy you here in the Cottleville area. As you can see, the house was updated in really good condition. And that's about on average what you're going to see here in the Cottleville area for that 350 range. Moving on to the next set, we wanted to show you 3 different homes from 3 different price points. So this next one was actually listed at $584. It sold at $625. This was a 3-bedroom, 3-bath house, finished basement. It was a newer home, but not brand new. Hopefully this will load for me. Oh. It didn't. That's okay. This area, though, like you can see the house was very well kept up. It was a very sunny house, had a nice backyard, and that's at that 584 range is about what that's going to get you. And then the other house I will show you. This house here is in that $700,000 range. As you can see, it has a pool in the backyard. And this house, as far as the numbers on it, was 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, pretty good size house at 5,000 total living square footage. So if you're looking in that 700,000 and above area, there's a lot of those homes available throughout the year, and this is what that's going to look like.
That one was lovely. Like he mentioned, it had the pool, great square footage. It sat on right at about an acre in that subdivision.
It did.
Which is fantastic for that amount of space in Cottleville.
Perfect. We're going to do later, when we do our live videos, we're going to go out and do some walkthroughs of some of the homes in the area. So we'll try to get you 3 different price points of walking through what those homes look like.
Yes, and then we will also do new construction if that's up your alley. Currently in Cottleville, there's a new development, Cottleville Trails, and it actually has 4 local builders who are developing. So just down the street from here, again, situated right between Highway N and Highway 364, so excellent accessibility. And what are we looking at? Starting
354 is your base price, and they go all the way up to $1 million.
Right. So we'll have some more information on that, some walkthroughs of the displays there for you, talk a bit about those different builders and what that looks like for new construction in Cottleville.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's 3 different displays with 3 of our favorite builders. So we'll have a chance to walk you guys through what those look like. We're going to be hopefully getting to that here in the next couple of weeks.
Yes, as soon as we can get some dry ground.
Yes.
So anything else you would like to add?
No, I think that's what we had for today. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to our channel and you want to learn more about what's going on in our real estate world, or you want to learn more about just what's going on in St. Louis, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell to follow. And thanks again.
See you next time.